Alright, so what do we do as black here when white plays move number 8? This kind of sequence comes up a lot in, pro games and amateur games and casual games, but um, it really depends, or how black responds really depends on where this stone is. Is it here or is it here? And what the rest of the board layout looks like as well. I would say like in the early game, if honestly white plays this move here, kind of pincering this black stone, as black I would probably feel very comfortable just continuing to play away, because if white really wants to eliminate all the Aji in the corner and capture the stone, as black I would have already played away multiple times, and I would feel like I have the better board position overall. So, um, that's also a strategy you can use, and especially if you don't know the variations or sequence in a shape like this or in a position like this, then I feel like a lot of players should just play away. That's honestly the smart move, because you can get yourself into a lot of trouble if you don't respond the appropriate way. When white has the stone or here, I think one of the worst ways to play as black is to do something like this, because then you're giving white a very, very solid amount of territory, whereas you don't really have a base yet. And since your own stones are weak, you can't really attack these white stones effectively. So this is just a poor way to play. And the right way to play is, especially when this white stone is here, is to not think about anything, just go into the 3-3. Because if white blocks, and there's this famous corner variation, um, black lives unconditionally in the corner after move 21, and white has to defend this cutting point here at e14. So white would play something along the lines of this, but this shape is not that good because later on down the line, moves like this, move 23, can become a forcing move, as well as playing something like k17, in which case what this move threatens to do is, first off, you get a free move here because if white chooses to defend, this is kind of normally if this shape was strong, white might, counter pincer or something and actually try to fight. This stone wouldn't actually be safe. But let's say if white doesn't respond to this move, you can also play down as black, threatening to connect up with your cornerstones. White would block, and then you get this nice attachment here as black, and this position is very structurally sound. I would feel very good as black in this position. Even moves such as this, it's a forcing move, and these stones kind of become all bunched up a little bit, difficult to play with as white because your stones aren't really working for you or for your shape. This influence is not really influence as a result of that. So this actually changes when this white stone here is here, because if I do the same invasion and do something like this, in this case, this position is very structurally sound for white. You don't have this shape here with black where you've kind of, poked into white's shape here. You don't have this, and instead, it's honestly something just like this, right? So this position's so much better for white. It's actually structurally sound. So that's why it's black. You want to only go straight into the corner when the stone is here. If this stone is here instead, we're gonna have to kind of look at what the other shape is on the outside before we decide to actually play into the corner. I'm gonna go over some of those variations in the next video, but I think that's it for now.